So I like to say hi. My name is Jen. I moved to Raleigh, North Carolina about almost 9 years ago. I just want to introduce myself. This is my first YouTube uh, video. I'm a little shy, a little nervous. But recently I've been listening to some of my playlists that I have made. And I was a huge Power Ranger fan growing up. And Jason David Frank, aka Tommy Oliver, when he premiered his struggle, his redemption arc, it helped me as a kid. And I was bullied, I was made fun of. So, I grew out of Power Rangers and got into my own ways, and I grew up. And I think about 6 years after I moved with my husband and my family, I was looking through Instagram and YouTube, and I came across Jason David Frank's Instagram page, Spoken Truth. And I came across his poetry page on YouTube. And I wrote short stories and poems growing up because it was my outlet to get rid of the pain that I was feeling. And I had the unique opportunity to go to a con, and I waited in line for hours to meet Jason David Frank. It was during COVID. I didn't have any money to do anything with. My daughter paid for me to go. I did my younger daughter's makeup. We had a blast. I went to Jason David Frank's panel where he was talking about the new project, White Dragon, Legend of the White Dragon. And I'm super excited for Bat in the Sun and for that to come out. But then I started exploring more of Jason David Frank's life away from Power Rangers. I found out about his MMA career. I found It's My Morphin Life on YouTube. And I watched a lot of videos with him and Bat in the Sun. And I was really amazed at everything he had accomplished in his life. And then I know during COVID, he was doing the Power Ranger Protection Program to keep little comic book stores open. And that's great and wonderful. I didn't know him as a friend. I only knew him as my hero, an actor, and what he showed us on all these different streaming services and apps. But I found out he was doing the short film In My Head, and I voted for it, so I made him a sign. And it was in 3 or 4 different colors of green plus black to represent the Green Ranger. But I made him a sign, and I put it on my Instagram page, congratulating him for the short film of In My Head. And when I went to the con, I got to give him my sign, and I bought the COVID mask for Legend of the White Dragon to support the movie. And I didn't like the throwaway mask, so I wanted my own. I cherished that mask, and I even bought his book that he wrote, and I loved the book. It was a really good story. Next time I'll have to bring that out and show it to you, but it's put away right now. And I bought this little action figure of the Green Ranger at the con. But when I got up to meet him, and I wanted to meet him as Jason David Frank, not as Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers. I wanted to let him know how much his short film and his poetry really got to me, because I myself was fighting with my own depression and mental health issues. And like I said, I used to be a writer, and I quit writing. And then one day I heard his voice on the TV, and I found this picture on on the web or social media, Instagram or whatever. So I decided to print this out with my poem underneath. And I was able to give him this poem and the sign that I had made at the con. And I wished I could have had a chance to talk to him more, because he was like a really great person to talk to. But he couldn't shake my hand because it was COVID, so he did a little fist bump through the plexiglass at the con. And I didn't have the money for a photo op. But he told me to unlock my phone and give it to his handler. And I leaned in, and I have this picture on my Facebook and on my Instagram. He leaned in with the sign that I had made, and he took a selfie with me, and I was really touched by that. Then my little daughter came up to me. She was in full zombie makeup with blue hair. I did her makeup that morning, and he asked me who that was. I told him it was my daughter, and he took the picture of two of us together, and I thought that was really sweet because he asked me for permission, and we gave it to him. And then the next day, he posted a post on Instagram from the Galaxy Con, and he gave me and my daughter a shout out, and that really touched me. And then over the next couple of years, we stayed in contact through Instagram, and he'd send me little positive videos or shout outs for voting for things that he'd done outside of Power Rangers. That meant a lot to me. So when I heard about his death, it was about a month before my birthday. I cried. I cried so hard. Not because of the Power Ranger franchise, but because the world lost a beautiful soul and a beautiful person. I only wish I could have been one of his friends. But anyway, back to my story. I'm getting off track. So one day, I heard this beautiful voice on TV. It was on my YouTube. And something unlocked in my brain, and I started writing a poem. And I would like to share this poem with you. I also have this on my Instagram. I have a poetry page on Instagram called Jens_poetry76. I talk a lot about mental health and overcoming emotional damage because I myself went through it. But I'd like to share this poem with you. Pain, misery, my own abuse is always in the back of my mind, a dark part of my soul. I can't forget. I can't cry. I can't talk about the loss of innocence. It's been far too long. Why can't this pain, anger, and hate leave my dark soul? I can't let this secret life of pain come to light. The ones who loved me, the ones who didn't believe me, lost in these past memories that won't let go. I'm wishing for a day when this anger and pain and hate will leave me alone. I hear a voice on my TV that was sharing their own demons and battles. I hear some words that are empowering. And then I think in my mind, do I have to be crippled from this pain all the rest of my life? Do I have the courage to reach out to someone that I do not know? I've been alone in my misery and pain for so long. Can I win this fight alone? I've tried to put this to rest before, but I'm sick with fear of my loved ones finding out about my past life. I'm hanging on with all my might to the light. Please, God, let this secret life of pain go. Written by Jennifer Renee Sauce. Jason David Frank inspired me to write that poem, and I'm so lucky I was able to give it to him. I just want people out there to know that there are ways of dealing with mental health issues. And he fought so hard to overcome his demons and his mental health issues. My youngest daughter, she has her own mental health struggles. It was started going on when she got diagnosed with ADHD when she was 2. Or, I'm sorry, 4. It was 2nd grade. But she herself struggles. And I see what it's like for her to go through. So for someone that I care about and admired to feel like he had no way out when he preached it, it was really hard. But I know demons overcome and overtake, and you can't see no way out. I've lost a lot of friends that way in my own personal life. But the mental health system is broken, in my opinion, and there needs to be more. There needs to be more help for kids, adults, teens, young and old alike. It doesn't just affect one group of people. It affects us all. So this is my first video. I hope you watch it. And if, I don't know, I might start putting more videos up or sharing my Instagram poetry to this YouTube page that I think I'm going to start, because it took about almost 4 years for my daughter to get the right help. And that's because me and my husband never gave up on her, and we fought hard. So as a fan, as a friend, I'd like to give my prayers and my support to Jason David Frank's family and friends, personally, businessly, his students, everyone that he's ever touched all around the world. And I want to thank Bat and the Sun for everything that they're doing to bring together one of my heroes' last projects. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And in closing, I just like to tell people out there to be a little nicer to each other. Whether it be social media, videos, video games, school, work. Don't be mean, because you never know who you're going to hurt. You never know what's going to drive that person off the edge. I got lucky. I overcame what happened to me in my younger years. Haven't shared my whole story, especially with my family. But I'm opening up now, and the scars have healed enough for me to talk. I may not be scarred on the outside, but my heart has plenty of scars from a lifetime. Even though it wasn't a lifetime, it seemed like it at the time. You can get a hold of me on my Instagram page at Jens_poetry76. Reach out to someone, anyone, if you need help. Don't be ashamed to ask. I was, and I overcame it on my own. I got lucky. Not everyone is. So thank you for listening. Goodbye. And JDF, rest in peace, my angel.